Hi there, my name's Kevin Parker. I'm a director of KKI Associates. We're a consultancy that specialises in helping scientists, engineers and technologists take their inventions to market. Today I'm going to talk to you about a little idea which was first taught to me by actually someone in the advertising industry, which helps people distinguish between the features of their invention and the useful benefits it can bring to people. The story starts off when I was a researcher myself. I was a researcher working for a large oil company and I worked on lubricating oil. One day my boss said to me, go and talk to our advertising agents. They want to make a movie. They want to make an advertising film. I went to these beautiful offices of an advertising company in London. And I was met by a beautiful young man, there was no other word for it, wearing an impeccable suit. And he said to me, Kevin, tell me about engine oil. And of course, as a scientist, what did I say? I said to him things like, well, it's an SAE 15W40, it meets API SFCD tests, it's got zinc dithiophosphate anti-wear additives. And he said, stop. Kevin, those are all features. Tell me about the benefits of your technology, your product. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, the fact that you've got zinc dithiophosphate in there is just a feature. Tell me why you've got it. Tell me why we need oil. And of course, I found that quite difficult. Well, he said, what happens if you don't have oil? Oh, well, that's easy, I said. The engine breaks, the car doesn't work. And then what happens? Well, people don't get where they're going. People don't get home on time. So what's the benefit of putting oil in your car? The benefit is that you get home on time. The benefit is you're not late home, though. The benefit is that you're not late for work. The intangible benefit is because you've put oil in your car that comes from a good, reliable company, you feel more safe and secure. And it was that distinction between benefits and features that I learned that day from the advertising industry that I find very, very useful when applied to new technologies. So someone comes to me and says, Kevin, I've invented a new lathe, a new machine tool. And I say, tell me about it. And they say, well, most lathes, the machine tool moves towards the workpiece and it has an electric motor that drives the two together. Ours uses hydraulic actuation. Well, I say, that sounds like an interesting feature. Why should I be interested? Well, because it uses hydraulic actuation, we can get surface finishes of less than 10 microns roughness. Is that a feature? Is that a benefit yet? Interesting, many engineers at this point will be saying, yes, that's a benefit. But for most of the rest of us, we're saying, no, that's still a feature. It's interesting and it might be useful, but that's still a feature. Our lathe saves Jaguar car plant a stage of rework in their cylinder boring machine. That saves Jaguar 250 million or 250,000 pounds a year because its hydraulic actuation system produces less than 10 micron surface finish. That's the benefit. The benefit is in the cost saving. The benefit is not in how you do it. And you can apply this language of features and benefits, this concept, to all sorts of technological inventions. I have a new mobile phone. It's got 3G. So what? It's an interesting feature. I have a mobile phone and I can use it for sending illicit text messages in class to my school friends. That's an interesting benefit. I have a new molecule that interacts with biological systems. That's quite interesting. We can make it in a stereospecific way so that you won't get birth defects of the sort caused by thalidomide. That's a benefit. I have a computer with a 155,000 million megahertz chip. It's interesting, but that's still a feature. I have a computer that lets me play all sorts of interesting first-person shoot-up games in my office while still running Microsoft Word, so I can just click on those two windows when the boss comes in. Oh, that's a benefit. That's the distinction that we have to try to make. Can we deliver interesting benefits by using the features of our technology? And what you'll find is that features which are easily measured are not always interesting or useful to other people. I have a 7-seater car. That's a feature of my car. The benefit to me is I can get my whole family and their friends in it. But not everyone needs that feature. Many people would be quite happy with a 2-seater car. I have a PhD and an MBA, which is an interesting feature, but you shouldn't buy consultancy from me just on the basis of that feature alone. The University of Edinburgh has 11,000 students. It sells you in all its advertising material. And although that's interesting, it's still a feature. It's not a benefit. And what are the benefits that you can deliver? Funnily enough, they're what I talked about in the first talk on asking the so what question. The benefits that you can deliver are, can you save someone money? Can you change their lives and let them do new things? Can you make their life much easier and save them a lot of hassle? Ultimately, those are the only 3 benefits worth having. Thanks.